Okay guys, so that was from the lesson that you are about to watch. It's from Danny Mo Morris, who's a tutor here at Scott's Bass Lessons. He's also one of the longest serving faculty members at Berklee College of Music, and he is for a reason, because he knows how to teach bass. Now in this lesson, he's going to be focusing on just playing chord 1 to chord 4. Okay, so Danny's going to show you tons of ways of playing around a 2-chord groove and just some great examples of it as well. Now it's worth noting that Danny, for the most part as well in this lesson, plays with his signature left hand muted technique where he's muting all of the strings with these 3 fingers and playing with 1 finger. Now check out how just damn funky he is with just 1 finger, and the lines that you can get with just 1 finger. It still confuses me how he can do that. So if you guys can give that a go as well, I'd really appreciate it. And also, Danny is grooving so hard in this lesson, guys, his finger starts to bleed. He draws blood. Wait till he shows you the blood in the lesson. Now, if you're into the lesson, make sure you go and check Danny's 8-week boot camp as well. We opened it for enrollment last week. It's got like 1 or 2 days left for enrollment. So if you want to take part in that 8-week boot camp and learn from one of the best in the business, Danny Mo Morris, directly, we've got live seminars going on, the full thing. Okay, I'll put the link in the description below this video, but make sure you check out this lesson first because it is wicked, and then go check out Danny's 8-week online boot camp, and hopefully you'll be part of that as well. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Danny Mo Morris for some serious groove.
I have a track here of a 2-chord progression, a 1 chord going to a 4 chord, and I'm going to play for you and then talk about the organization of it, how to play underneath a soloist, which in this case is me on the keyboard, and how to frame everything up so you have a really cool track where the forward motion is always there. And that just involves a lot of listening to what's going on, playing a motif, a melody in the bass line, using repetition. I'm also going to show you about how to use a pedal point, staying on 1 note through both of the chords. All right, check this out. Jamming again on a 2-chord progression like that. B flat minor 7 to E flat 7. Okay, 1 minor to 4/7. Very popular in so many songs. That, you know, goes several minutes, and I often will warm up to that just to get my hands together. Also, just to practice playing along with a soloist. That's me on the keyboard. In that case, I get to play with myself, musically speaking. and I'm trying to get into the soloist mind, my frame of mind, and some of the phrases that I'm playing on the keyboard were not necessarily even, binary. I could have a 1 or a 3 bar or a 5 bar phrase, and being sensitive to that helps me organize the pattern of my bass part. I mean, this line, okay, is a stock line that you'd find on many songs. Root to the 4 chord, back to the 1. You know, it's interesting that the one note that both chords, big note that has in common is the B flat is the root of the B flat chord, but it's the 5th of the E flat chord. So you could do that, and that makes for more of an ostinato. In fact, when we try it again, let me demonstrate that for you. So you could, by doing, you know, compositionally speaking, it's called a pedal point, a tonic pedal. The tonic is the 1 note, and I'm sitting on that. The chord changes on the piano, but I still stay on it. So it's kind of, you have this suspended resolution, and then when I finally go, there I hit the root of the 4 chord. It's resolved. I match each chord with the root in the bass. Okay, so a pedal point is a wonderful compositional tool. All right, and then just by jamming and practicing to something that goes for several minutes keeps your chops up too. I'm drawing blood here on this index finger, which I often do this time of year, where the heat comes on in the wintertime. And my hands crack, but it's okay, I don't mind. It's calloused underneath that. So this idea, that's a signature, that's a motif, that's a melody on the bottom, and that will suffice as a bass line too. So compositionally we have the pedal point, the motif, and you go back and forth there. Open yourself up to the soloist and what they're doing. Try to phrase it, try to figure the end of the soloist's sentence, the end of their paragraph, and hunker down on a new pattern at the conclusion of their phrase, and now the organization of the music comes together. So, and people will recognize that in your bass playing. It's not the kind of thing where every time you do it, people are patting you on the back and giving you a standing ovation, but I find people would like to have you as their bass player if you understand the organization of solos, of form, of vocal verses and pre-choruses and choruses. It's something to consider when you practice and see how the music is put together. And the sum of all the parts is just a really cool track.